What is a functional workout? I don't actually know the technical definition, but I'll tell you what I think a functional workout is. I'll start off with a story of when I first started going to the gym. And I did a lot of exercises such as, leg curls for the hamstrings, leg extensions for the quads, tricep extensions for the triceps, bicep curls for the, you guessed it, biceps. And, side raises for the shoulders, the adductor machines for the glutes and stuff like that. All out of single joint exercises. And when you think about those types of movements, I would say they are not functional because you don't use them in your day-to-day life, right? So let's just use that as the definition. So for me, a functional workout, the way I learned it is you don't base it on muscle groups, you base it on movement patterns. So in every workout you do with me, you're going to do a squat. That mimics getting up and down from a chair, so it's functional. That's assuming I'm using the definition of it mimicking a day-to-day movement. A hip hinge, which is something you might do if you tie your shoelaces or you go to pick something up, right? I mean, you're supposed to lift with the knees anyway. But a lunge, right? You may have to get down on one knee to pick something up. You walk upstairs, it's kind of like a lunge. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. You may do lateral lunging. You may do single leg hip hinging. That's more specialized, but just take the arms, for example. Rows and presses are highly functional. Now, we'll take the example of a press, like an overhead press. In an overhead press, you're going to hit the shoulder from here. Then as you start to press up high, I can't really do it because I'm got my car, but as you go to extend the arm, your tricep would start to engage to extend the elbow, and then you have shoulder stability. You may reach and get something from your cupboard. Being able to do a push-up may not be within everyone's wheelhouse, so you may do a horizontal press with a weight, such as a kettlebell floor press, a dumbbell floor press. Bench press is a little advanced, but these are movement patterns you can do if you can't do the push-up, right? You may have to push yourself up off the ground someday. You have vertical rows, right? Well, I'll start with horizontal rows. Horizontal rows, you may have to go pick something up off the ground, right? That's heavy. So when you do a row, you're hitting your bicep a little bit, but you're hitting your back and you're hitting your rear shoulder. So when you do a squat, you're hitting quad. If you get low enough, you get glute and hamstring. Especially when you do a lunge, you hit glute and hamstring. So in functional workouts, one exercise may manipulate 2 or 3 different joints, which will manipulate 2 or 3 different muscle groups. Whereas the non-functional, so I say non-functional lightly, but exercises where when I was in the beginning of this, maybe like a bodybuilder split or a bro split, like buys, tries, chest and buys, or whatever you're doing, legs and abs, extensions. These movements don't really mimic your day-to-day movements, right? But they really isolate the muscle. This is an advanced way of working out. So this is a way to work out where you're conditioned. You've done a lot of sports. You've done a lot of functional workouts for a year, maybe 2 years, and bodybuilders train this way to pump a lot of blood and do a lot of muscle damage and fatigue a specific muscle group so that when it repairs, it comes back larger. That's hypertrophy. So it's not incorrect. It's not incorrect to work out like that. But if you are someone who is new to working out, the best thing to do is to do full body functional workouts that hit every group. I didn't even mention carries. Just walking and carrying a weight is one of the simplest things you can do for the abdominals, the shoulders, the legs. If you start marching with a heavy weight, it's really a lot of things you can do. So I recommend full body workouts for those who are just starting off, and even those who are advanced at working out. A full body workout done with the right load is going to challenge you. even for those of you that have really good form, the folks out there that have really good form, I joke around. I say to people, you're cursed with getting a good workout, because the better your form is, the better your workout's going to be, because you have more efficiency. There's a more economy of motion. There's not a lot of wobbling in your movement. So the muscles are contracting just the way they should. And if you are new to working out, the beautiful thing about a functional workout is you're more likely to be less sore. I'll say that oppositely. You're less likely to be very sore, which is good, because you don't want to be sore. Really, honestly speaking, you want to be able to do a full body workout 3 to 4 times a week so that you're not overly sore, so that you can stay on a consistent workout routine where you're burning a proper amount of calories and doing movements which are going to build muscle for you. And that's pretty much my explanation on full body functional workouts, because I just think it's important for new people to have that handy in their brain.